everyone. My name is Diana Zapata Macareno, and my assignment is on experiencing homelessness. What is the problem? The problem here is homelessness. Homelessness is a rising problem many minority groups are facing, as well as people with disabilities, who all mainly range from ages 16 to 24 and 40 and above. Many reasons as to why many become homeless are due to possibly more than one reason, and those include poverty, conflict with the law, unemployment, low income, reduction in income, evictions, relationship breakdown, serious illness, and natural disasters. Students can also experience homelessness and are more likely to have lower achievement and graduation rates and higher incidences of suspension and chronic absence. Significant barriers faced by students can influence their ability to enroll and persist in higher education. Support in developing study skills, decision-making skills, and balancing academic workloads with working are obstacles that homeless students face due to the lack of stable homes and parental supports once in college. A high amount of students who tend to be homeless tend to be a part of the lesbian, gay, bisexual subgroup. Those in this subgroup face a greater risk of mental health problems and substance use. Research suggests they tend to score below average on tests, suffer from low attendance, and move schools frequently. They tend to exhibit high rates of developmental delays, depression, anxiety, learning difficulties, and behavioral problems. How would sociologists understand the problem? Based on conflict theory, capitalism would be the overall main reason for homelessness. Capitalism is the motive to make profit. For example, those with intellectual disabilities are significantly disadvantaged in relation to education attainment, employment opportunities, dependence on state welfare and benefits, and public housing, thus contributing to poverty and low social status. Since people with ID or intellectual disabilities would rely on benefits, they are seen as benefiting without giving. Therefore, they might be cut off, which further leads to being homeless. Another example would be families and students not being able to afford housing, therefore it causes them to be homeless. The majority of students experiencing homelessness stayed in temporarily doubled up living arrangements. Many have no choice but to be placed into temporary housing because prices are just way too high and because there isn't enough space or homes available. Potential solutions. One potential one potential solution is the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act, which was proposed and established, and it provides a range of guidance to schools and supports the students experiencing homelessness to help overcome barriers to academic success. Another solution is California policymakers can help elevate the visibility of student states' accountability system, establish infrastructure and programs to support local collaboration, and invest in educator training, making these issues more known and taking individuals into consideration rather than neglecting them. A third solution is lowering the cost of higher education institutions and providing students with affordable housing and available resources. A fourth solution is reducing the cost of housing and establishing programs for lower income families, as well as for individuals with intellectual disabilities, and as mentioned, students as well. Strengths and limitations. Some strengths include the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act benefits students and helps them on their educational journey. A second strength is policymakers are making this issue more known so more people who are willing and able to help in any way possible can do so. This also creates more jobs for the unemployed or those seeking for a job. A third strength is with lowering the cost of higher education, there will be higher graduation rates and from a wider variety of racial groups. A fourth strength is more families and individuals will be able to afford a nice, warm home for a lower cost. Moving on to the limitations, the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act only benefits K through 12 students and only some schools. For example, most students experiencing homelessness are enrolled in districts that do not receive federal dollars for implementing the Act's provisions. These funds are also not distributed to states based on homeless student counts. A second limitation is students' families may become self-conscious for seeking help and may lie about being homeless just to receive the benefits. A third limitation is by lowering the cost of higher education, institutions and housing correlated with the institution will be packed and will make it more difficult for students to choose classes and they will fill up quickly. A fourth limitation, as mentioned before, many will lie about being homeless just to receive the benefits, and there will be less to give out to those who actually need it. In conclusion, homelessness has become a rising issue and will continue to do so if action is not taken. Three main things that can help this issue, that can help lower this issue, is the lower the cost of higher education and its housing, making more affordable and more housing available for lower income individuals and minority groups, as those groups are the ones who tend to face homelessness more. And the third is establish policies that help students and families with resources and funding. All in all, the homeless rates can decrease with the right circumstances. If it continues to increase, however, it would lead to more deaths per year. And here is my references, and I use my slides from this website.